guys, welcome back to our channel. We are
Husni
and Charlie, and this is the Husni
Show and Charlie Show.
You forgot to add me into that.
we don't really have we just Husni and Charlie, so
yeah. So let's get straight into the video. So today we are going to be doing the Black British tag, and we were tagged by some of our friends here on YouTube, Kay and Aida.
Yep.
So if you don't know them, if you don't follow them, then be sure to check them out. We'll leave their information in our description box, so be sure to follow them.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll just get straight into it.
Indeed.
So this tag is a series of questions which was put together by Kay and Aida. And there's 20 questions in total, so we'll put the questions up on the screen as well as we read them.
Yeah.
So, first one. Where in the UK are you from?
For me, I grew up in the London borough of Harrow, so it's northwest London. So shout out HA2.
And for me, I spent my teenage years in a little town called Melton Mowbray. It's just outside of Leicester. To most people, I'll just say I'm from Leicester because it's just easier saying it that way because nobody knows where Melton is. Okay, number 2. Where does your family originate from?
So my family originally from Somalia, East Africa, plus 252.
And my family are from South Africa and from Switzerland as well. I'm half and half, but I say that I am from South Africa because that's where I grew up. Spent most of my time.
Cool.
Number 3. Do you actually drink tea? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I would say Charlie's more of a tea person than me. I'm more of a
coffee
drinker. I love coffee. Like anything coffee, cake, sweets, the whole lot, I'm down.
I love tea. Particularly rooibos. If you're South African, you know. Number 4. How do you pronounce this? Plant-ayn or Plant-ayn? So I pronounce it Plant-ayn because I grew up in Leicester, which is full of Jamaicans. If you know Leicester, like Nottingham area, like East Midlands, is just full of Caribbeans and Jamaicans in particular, and they say Plant-ayn. So I grew up saying Plant-ayn. My mum says Plant-ayn though. It's not something we really eat in South Africa, so I never really knew that word up until I moved to the UK. What about you?
For me, I say Plant-ayn, but I think that's because that's just how I sort of got around to saying it really. We do eat it in Somalia, the further down south you go. So my family, like from Marka area, which is like a port town, so it's quite mixed-ish there. But yeah, we call it Mos Bukeni, so shout out. Some lefo, that's a really good dish by the way. Yeah, so I say Plant-ayn, but I know some people are like, it's not.
But
Plant-ayn.
It depends who I'm talking to as well. So if I've got like a whole load of like West African friends that I'm speaking to, then I'll say Plant-ayn.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'll be like, wow, it's Plant-ayn.
It's
not Plant-ayn, and then you have the whole
argument
that goes on.
Yeah.
So I say, it depends who I'm saying it to, but naturally I say Plant-ayn.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5. Do you like Supermalt? No. That stuff belongs in the trash. It is disgusting.
It's crazy.
It is not nice. Oh no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan. To be fair, I really wanted to try it out so much in high school in London.
Yeah, because
everyone
people,
I see all the man in London drinking it as well. Like everyone's like, yeah, you know, they got the chicken wings there. And I was like, oh, I need to try this. This is gonna be lit. Tried it. It wasn't really nice. It was literally just like malt, but like very bitter.
Yeah, it's not nice.
It's not the nice. I think it's definitely an acquired taste. But
yes, I think if maybe we've grown up with it, we might like it, but nah, I don't like it.
Apparently there are health benefits to it.
Yeah,
so shout out to the mandem and galdem that like it, but for me, definitely nice.
I'll take some Fanta. Also, I don't like Fanta either, to be fair, but I'll take I'll take mango juice.
Oh yeah, mango juice is lit. Shout out Rubicon.
Number 6. What is the most annoying thing your parents used to make you do at home? Saturday mornings cleaning. That was the most annoying thing. My mum would wake us up, can't even have a lie-in. She'd wake us up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Pull the duvets off of you, yeah, you're like, ooh, because it gets cold. And then we'd have to sit and clean. We'd all have like a designated area to clean, and I used to hate that. I don't like cleaning to begin with, but then to do it on like the weekend.
Yeah, it was.
I used to hate it.
It was a bit annoying. I think for me, I don't know. I think it might just be a Somali thing. So you're like, so my parents would be like, oh, because I used to love football and I still do, obviously. But growing up, that was my life. Like I used to love playing outside, playing football, soccer to North Americans. So I'd be like, oh, I've got training this afternoon. Is there any chores I need to do? So I'd get a list, and I was like proper, you know. So I'd make sure I do all my chores, clean everything, and then afterwards, my parents would be like, you ain't going nowhere, sit down. Really?
Oh, heartbreak. That's horrible.
Innit? That is so bad. I'm like, what is going on? So I used to, and then for me being a kid, I never really thought I was gonna get played like that. I'd always fall into that trap.
That's so peak.
It is peak, man. So I think it might just be a Somali thing. I don't really know, but yeah.
It could be. To be fair, I never went out really when I was younger. So.
What do you mean, like, as in sports-wise?
Yeah, I would do sports at like school, but I never had, and I would go to like my designated like sports club or whatever. But I never went and be like, oh, I'm just gonna go hang out with my friends. Like I just was always a homebody, so I'd always stay at home.
Fair play.
Number 7. What was your favourite British show growing up?
For me,
I don't know.
I used to like Blind Date. That was lit. Shout out
Oh yes, that was good.
And
what did I like when Arthur? Is that British?
And I say, hey.
Is that British? Or is that American?
I actually don't know Arthur. Hey, DW.
If it's not, then
Arthur was nice.
Mona the vampire.
Yeah, Mona was really good as well.
Oh, what about the Queen's nose? That was kind of good. That was
Queen's
good.
nose was so good. I used to think that was real, you know. I used to get 50p's and
rub them.
be like, I want my room to turn into chocolate, bro.
Yeah, those ones I think for me. Number 8. Did you ever use Blue Magic? No. I never used Blue Magic, but I used Dax, which was the green one.
The green one, Blue Magic.
I
think I might have used Blue Magic once actually, to be fair. It was a bit annoying because then like a lot of natural hair stuff wasn't really about in terms of knowledge, so I used to put so
that
much
pink's luster.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
I used to put that stuff in my hair and it would
that olive oil sheen spray.
Oh my god, and then you're walking down the road and
it looks
stuff
like
dripping into your eyeballs and stuff. That was the worst.
Full of petroleum and mineral oil.
I'd come from school and my hair like would just be full of dust.
Yep,
it attracts Fam, I was a mop fam.
Yeah. Okay, number 9. What cheeky phrases did your parents used to say to you? Cheeky phrases.
Cheeky phrases.
Ooh, I don't know.
Mine spoke Somali in the house, and I spoke Somali in the house, so they don't really say
any cheeky, cheeky British phrases.
Nah, they don't really.
My parents know.
Yeah, my yard was
British.
My yard was like proper Somali, like literally.
My mum does say now though, which is really funny. You're right, love. And she says it to take the piss, and it's hilarious. You're right, love.
Oh, that's so northern, isn't it?
Yeah. But other than that, not really. No, can't think of any.
Yeah, me and mine didn't really say much either.
Number 10. Have teachers ever pronounced your name wrong? Kind of. My name obviously is quite a white name anyways, but it is not pronounced Charlotte, which a lot of people pronounce it as. It's actually pronounced Charlotte. So people do pronounce it wrong, but it's not really like, for me it's not such a big thing because that's how you would say it in English, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is why I tend to go with Charlie instead, because it just makes it easier, because when you try to correct people, then they look at you like, what do you mean? It's Charlotte, it's Charlotte.
That's the face they make, yeah.
That's the face, exact face. So I just can't be bothered to correct them.
Fair enough. For me, not really. I think it's because obviously Harrow was really like mixed. So I was in classrooms with people from Iraq, Afghanistan, Nepal, Somalia, like everywhere. So because there was such an array of names, Nigerian, Jamaican, Ghana, like the teachers kind of got on board and they learned everyone's names properly. So mine isn't really hard to pronounce, to be fair. So I don't really have much problems. But I think if I was, the more north I got though, when I grew up and started working in schools up north in the UK, then obviously like they found it really hard to pronounce Husni. They'd be calling me Hussy and Uzni and Uzni, and it was all sorts of madness, bro. So, but other than that, it was, yeah, London was actually not too bad. It was pretty mixed up. Didn't really have much.
Okay. Number 11. What historical black figures were you taught about in school? None, for me. Any historical black figures?
Actually,
Martin Luther King.
remembering, I was briefly taught of the Tucson Level Tour. Tucson Level Tour from Haiti.
Oh, right.
But then that was also like from Sunderland teacher, from Sunderland, when she did the transatlantic slave trade. It was quite a short topic, to be fair, in history, but that was it really.
None for me. We weren't taught any black figures, historical. Apart from when we were in, but that's not British, so no. Number 12. Do you know about the British slave trade? If so, when did you learn? Yes, I know about the British slave trade, and this was something I learned on my own, because at school we were only taught one lesson in year 8 about the British slave trade, and we had to sit down. It was Black History Month, and we sat down, and I was excited because I thought, yeah, finally we get to learn about something that I can more relate to instead of Henry VIII and his 8 wives or whatever, however many wives he had. Yeah, so we did that, and it was literally just one lesson, and we had to write a diary entry as if we were slaves, but we had no like prelude, nothing before to kind of give us like an idea of what it would feel like as well to be slaves. Yeah, literally it was the most pathetic lesson. Learned nothing, and that was it.
Yeah, for me it was like they just didn't really hit on a lot of stuff. But then also if you think about the country, the Ministry of Education in the UK, obviously they don't want to make the country look bad. You know, Great Britain look bad. Of course they don't want to air out their dirty laundry and stuff in regards to things. So most of it was just very wishy-washy. But most of the time you learn about the plague and all the stuff that happened to them that were affected them. But the real stuff wasn't really taught in
the actual stuff that they did.
Yeah, it was never really. It was literally like, yeah, there's a boat, squash people, squashed in, and yeah, that was it. So, yeah.
Cool. Number 13. Has anyone touched your hair without permission? Lord! Do you see this hair? It happens to me on a daily, pretty much. If I could get...
Not anymore.
Not anymore now, because we don't go out because of COVID.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even before COVID, I don't think anyone's ran to you in...
No, not here. Not while being in Cambodia. No one, like, luckily everyone keeps their distance, which is great. But yeah, literally when I was in the UK, it would happen a lot. If I could have £1 for every time someone touched my hair, I'd be a millionaire right now.
Yeah.
I'd actually be rich. Yeah, it's really annoying. Even with work, I'd have people coming up to me, and I'd be working away at my desk, and literally people just coming in and touching it right up there, touching my scalp. Why you gotta touch my scalp for? What's the point? What is the point of doing that?
I think they thought they were working with Tony and Guy.
Get free head massages at work, yeah.
That's
what the
crazy.
fudge? Yeah, just not cool.
It's not cool, man.
What about you?
For me, it was, as I said, London, not so much. But then when I went to uni up north, did I have any things that I really recall that much?
Even when you had your big microphone hair.
Yeah, I didn't really. It was like, oh, so it was cool. But the most is when I actually got into teaching, started teaching up in the north of England, then obviously in the specialist school, and the kids, like from high school were just really fascinating to the point where they just come and touch your hair first thing in the morning, and then I had to tell them that they can't really do that to people, otherwise they'd get physically beaten up, so yeah.
Okay, number 14. Have you ever been stopped and searched? I personally haven't, no.
Yeah, I have in London when I was about 14. They said that I matched the description of someone that committed something. So yeah, I got stopped.
It's bullshit. Number 15. What do you remember about the day Mark Duggan was killed? The day it happened, I didn't hear any news about it. I was in Liverpool at the time, at uni. I know more about it now than I did at the time, because at the time I didn't hear any news on it. And I think it just shows you as well, the news that you get around the UK, it can be different, and how the British media kind of control what you hear. And I used to listen to the news and like read newspapers and whatnot. Not newspapers, but like online. Nobody gonna go buy an actual newspaper. But you like find stuff online and stuff, but it never came up, so I only knew about Mark Duggan like just recently.
Yeah, for us obviously being from northwest London, like you hear about it obviously from friends and stuff, people's Facebook that you're friends with, and just the news, it might pop up and you read the stuff. But yeah, I do think obviously the way that the media does certain things or puts the information out is very limited. That's why a lot of people thought in the world that what's happening in America doesn't really happen in the UK. It does, it's just that it's not really documented or anything like that.
Yeah, the UK, the British media are very smart in covering up things.
So if there's an inquiry gets open, that would last for 20 years, so that's what usually happens. But I think now there's a lot of cameras and stuff. But yeah, I just say thank God there's no UK police don't carry weapons, because that could also be quite bad. But yeah, I knew by obviously having close ties with London, but when you're in somewhere else, London's just like its own country.
It's very closed off. When you go to London, you realise as well, like, well, when you go out of London, I should say, you realise just how
deprived the rest of the UK is.
Yeah, and how much everything is just centred around London.
Yeah,
everything.
London's like the capital in the Hunger Games.
Literally, it is. The UK, that is literally a very good example. The UK is like the Hunger Games. Okay, number 16. Do you ever feel like you have to tone down your appearance or mannerisms to make others comfortable? Yes, all the time. I feel like I can't be myself, particularly if you're like in a work environment, but even if you're not and you just go into like a party or whatever, and you're going with a gathering or with predominantly white people at the gathering, you just feel like you can never just be yourself 100%. You always have to put on this customer service voice, certain jokes that you can't necessarily say because they won't get it, and there's just those cultural differences that you have.
Yeah, I think everyone of colour, predominantly black people as well, you just know, like we're like trilingual. We speak our mother tongue, English, and just learning how to survive with the customer service voice. So it's just part of your game, really, like chameleon style. So yeah, there's times where I kind of have to stop myself from saying certain slang words, like because obviously growing up in London, you just want to air out certain things, or just it just naturally comes to you, but you can't. You have to kind of find something in the back of your brain to kind of make it sound palatable to an extent. So yeah, everyone does that. It's not right, definitely, and I think that's why we're thinking about the future and just getting our business and stuff moving and like getting our own stuff, so we don't have to really answer to anyone. So, and
also we don't want our kids to be growing up in such an environment where they feel like they have to always put the suit on just to
express yourself.
You can't just be yourself, which is just so cool. Okay, number 17. Have you ever been made to feel like a thief in a shop? Lord! This is another one. If I got a pound every time this happened, I would be rich. Yes, all the time. This would happen to me. When I'd go to like Tesco's. We're in Liverpool, so when I was at university there, there's a Tesco that literally was around the corner from where I lived. Every time I'd go in that Tesco's, with 100% no doubt, like I would get followed all the time by the security guard. There was a Primark that Husni and I used to go to in Harrogate. So when we lived up north in Bradford, we'd go to this Primark in Harrogate. Husni would be working and I'd just be waiting for him. So to pass time, I'd go into the Primark and I'd always get followed. And there was this one time when I got followed and I went to the makeup area in Primark and I was looking at some lip liners and there were some testers that were out. So I picked up the tester and as soon as I did that, the white security guard came over to me and was just like, you need to pay for that. And then I was just like...
And there's a big sticker that says tester.
I was just like, this is a tester, what do you mean? Like, it's already opened. He's just like, he didn't really know what to say. I was just like, why don't you start following me and go and look at these 15, 16-year-olds who are walking around the shop because they're more likely to be stealing than I am. I am a fully grown adult with a job. I don't need to be stealing, especially from Primark, so you can start following me.
Oh yeah, it's like I think as I said, you get followed. Like it got to the point where I used to say hi to all the security guards in shops.
Yeah, you just
be like, hey there, because I know I'm gonna interact with you later on. Like, and the way some of them don't really know how to blend in properly as well.
No,
like,
they make it so blatant.
They make it so blatant. Like they'll literally be like checking items on the opposite like aisle, and you're there like, oh, I've got some Uncle Ben's rice, and he's there with like a tomato. Like,
they're trying to be they're trying to be incognito, but then like not at the same time. It's like,
and it doesn't matter what you wear. Like when I was working there, I used to work in a bank, so I had to wear I was a cashier, so I had to wear like a suit and everything and whatnot, tie, black shoes, the whole lot. Still get followed around, literally. Just I've even got my name tag there.
Yeah, you look perfect. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You just literally get followed around.
It doesn't. The race of the security guard doesn't matter as well because I've been followed by black security guards and white. So
well, it's the indoctrination. It's like the way they're trained. It's like you need to be looking for a particular person who looks like this, and it's like, well, no, really, because I've been to shops where the security guard will follow me, but on the other aisle there's a guy who's high of drugs with needle marks in his arm and with stuff coming out of his mouth. And
it's not even that. Sometimes you would just be, you literally like I said, like it's always the young kids. These white, it's always white. I've never seen a black person ever do this. I've always seen these white young kids stealing, and it's always in Primark. Number 18. Do you class yourself as English or British? No, for me, I don't class myself as either. I wasn't born there. I never grew up there. So for me, I don't classify myself as either of those.
For me, I classify myself as Somali, simply because you see this. Yeah, so I have a British passport via being a citizen, but I don't really understand when people are like, oh, I'm so and so. You want my passport, but you know what I mean?
It's
like,
not your heritage.
It's not your heritage. It's not the blood that flows through your veins. So for me, I'm always Somali. However, I do have a British passport, and that's it. Really, very, very simple.
Yep. Cool. Number 19. Whose Brit Awards performance was more iconic? Stormzy's or Dave's? Ooh!
They were both quite good, to be fair.
They were both really good. But for me, the one that I remember the most, I would have to say, is Dave's. Because I remember that line that he said about Bojo the Clown.
When you have a prime minister who's actually racist.
Yes,
and that bar was mad. And the bar that he said where when you have to work twice as hard just to level them, where you have to work, that was a mad bar as well.
That was a mad bar.
What other, he was dropping mad stuff. I
can't really remember Stormzy, so I need to rewatch that one. But I remember it being good though.
Stormzy says something about what about Grenfell, I think that's what.
Yes, he talked about Grenfell. That's what
he took his shirt off. Yes. It was rangers dropping in his forehead.
Yes.
But yeah, both were actually quite good.
Both were good. Both were iconic.
I really like the video of Dave Black. The tune was Black that he performed, but he performed it on the piano, if you remember.
Yes.
And there was all these images.
Yeah,
it was actually really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so many bars, honestly. And then what did he say? He was saying loud in our laughter but silent in our pain. Or that's another line that I really like.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. But yeah, I'll probably say Dave.
I'd say Dave's.
Probably artistically.
But they were both really good.
Yeah.
And they both spoke about slightly different things as well.
There were socio-economic issues with black people and stuff. So and minorities actually. So yeah, I do.
Number 20, final question.
Well,
What is your Black British anthem?
Black British anthem. Oh, so like the tune that we.
Yeah, that's Black and British, I guess.
Black and British. It's got to be
So
one
like
of
a grime song, I guess.
grime or
something.
like
Or
garage.
Funky house.
Funky house. Funky house is lit, you know. But
It is. Why did it ever die? That was such a good genre.
That was actually
Funky
mad.
house.
Funky house, mad vibe. Ladies, let me see you get down low. Selector. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. That was mad.
Pow.
Power was mad as well, man. For me, obviously, I grew up with Craig David as well back in the day.
Yes, 7 days.
Rewind. When I cross it, both selector. Rewind. Also, Miss Dynamite. Like Miss Dynamite. Yeah, that was really good. Also, if you remember Big Bruh, there's this Big Bruh,
Taking over the show.
There's a new love, dun, dun, dun. That was good. What else we used to like? What about them guys? There was like 20 man them, bro. See you at the crossroads.
Oh, Blazing Squad.
Blazing Squad, shout out to Marcel though. Blazing Squad were mad. I used to listen to their stuff, to be fair. But the one and most iconic one I probably have to say is 21 Seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say
music
20,
video.
we got 21
So
seconds.
Solid Crew.
We got 21 seconds.
Oh my
Oh, what about
God.
some Roll Deep?
You trying to be screeching, yeah? Screecher, bro. Yeah, I'll probably say like.
That black box tea, yeah?
For me, I'll probably say 21 Seconds because I actually had it on a Walkman. I had it on a cassette tape, I remember, that tune. And I was listening to it and whatnot a lot, to be fair. So I'll probably say that, and also, yeah, so I'll probably say 21 Seconds definitely. For me. What about you? Like, when did you like?
You know what? I used to be a really big Roll Deep fan when I was younger.
Oh, Jesus. Roll Deep, you know?
So for me, I would say, what's that song? The one that I was just singing. What's that one called?
Is it the only Roll Deep track that I know is Good Times?
Huh? No, the
I actually don't know which one, but all I know is that I actually don't know. All I
You know, I'm
know,
really bad at re-renditioning
all I know is
songs.
that is Screecher. He
When
makes
I'm there,
that.
when I'm there. Is it
Is
there?
it-
When I'm here. When I'm here!
Yes,
That's
it-
it. When I'm here!
Yeah, and then Screecher's in the background like. You know he did that at the Red Bull Culture Clash.
You know what? It just reminds me of when you're at like a South African wedding and then
Oh yeah, because the chicks do that. It's the same Somali as well. Yeah.
the
so-
yililis.
Yeah. Honestly. So yeah, I think So for me, it's
Cool. I'd say when I'm here, Roll Deep.
21 Seconds.
20 seconds to sit on.
It was-
But yeah. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So it's a bit of a long one, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of important topics, and I think we just wanted to close it off saying Black Lives Matter, and they always
Yeah.
will. And until racism is dismantled, they always will matter.
Indeed.
So get on it
Yeah.
or be square.
Something like that. Yeah, be square or any other shape you prefer.
Triangle.
Indeed. But yeah, no, it's a very important thing, definitely. Make sure you check in up on your fellow black
Yes.
people.
Yes. If you have any black friends, if you're non-black yourself,
yeah,
if you've got any black friends, be sure to check up
it's
on them
important to
during
show
this time.
like empathy
Yes.
as a human being. And I think once you're empathetic as a human being, you're able to understand and put your someone else's shoes on is very important. But if you kind of act as if like, oh, my friend's cat's black or my granddad's friend's black, therefore I don't really need to do anything, then
You're wrong.
yeah, it's just those kind of people I can't.
Your
even
silence
bother.
speaks more.
You're complicit.
Yeah.
If you see someone getting
You're part
murdered in
of
front
the
of you and you're just there in the corner drinking your like iced latte or matcha latte and you're not really doing much and you just go home, you're kind of complicit as well. So, but you know what? You are free to do what you want with that info anyway. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys.
Yes. Thanks for watching, and we'll
until
see you in the
next
next one. Bye.
Peace.